the government, I guess they shut down.
Ah! Panic! What happened to the countdown clock?
Wait till these motorcyclers realize there is no government.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, boy. It's going to be like Mad Max.
Yeah.
The anarchy has begun.
True.
The Road Warrior, right there. Same thing.
We got a very interesting situation going on in Washington because now it's like two cars going right at each other.
Yep.
Who's going to fucking move first?
I'll talk to this Obama. He seems like a reasonable man.
They're all a bunch of twats. Period.
Yeah.
You pick a side. I choose not to. Fuck them all. And then, like you told me this morning, Congress still gets paid through this whole thing. That's nice.
Yeah, Congress
That's
getting
nice.
paid through this.
As other people, like real hardworking Americans, they have easy fucking career jobs. It's cushy as all hell. Why should they be inconvenienced? But it's the grunt workers that don't have a job today, while these fucking assholes shut down the government, knowing that they will still get their fucking pay. Their pay.
There are a lot of people, regular middle-class Joes,
right,
that are employed by the government,
right,
and they are not going to go to work, and they're not going to get paid.
Right.
Meanwhile, though, the people that you want, the people that you want to be inconvenienced by this and get it resolved quickly,
right?
The government, Congress, they still get paid. They should not get paid. The government shuts down. They don't get paid until they figure it out. It only figured that's the most sensible thing. But
who voted for that?
They did. They're the people that vote for all this shit.
But don't they vote as they're
supposed to represent what our wishes are.
Right.
See, so if we decided, and why would the people?
So we decided if the government shuts down. Oh, yeah, you guys absolutely need to still be paid.
So we represent you guys. So you want us to still get paid?
Right.
When the government shuts down? Yes! Yes, you're representing us. That's what we want. No, we don't want that. So how did that pass? It's bullshit. We no longer are represented by these motherfuckers. They rule over us. This government rules us. We are at their beck and call when it was supposed to be them working for us. That died a long time ago. We are under some type of dictatorship. And I don't want to sound like paranoid. Alex Jones, ladies and gentlemen, we're under a dictatorship at this point in history. Obviously, it's a false flag operation.
Of course we are, but it started way before Obama.
It did. It's a slow thing.
Of course we are.
Because if it happened overnight, the people would have revolted. There would have been some kind of revolution. But the fact that it happened so slowly, we just all of a sudden look back and go, how did this happen?
No person left behind.
Yeah.
That's a dictatorship. Period.
Yes. Dictator.
That's not the thinking of a capitalistic society.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in a capitalistic society, some people will be left behind. That's what makes America great.
Opie.
If everyone is fucking equal doing the exact same shit, that leans more toward communism.
What happens to some of the baby turtles, Opie?
Well, at this point, we're trying to save every goddamn baby turtle.
Every baby turtle.
Yeah, I said it years ago. Not all the baby turtles are going to make it to the ocean. But
you know what? Them birds need to eat too.
Well, you know what?
Them birds swooping down.
This country decided we got to save every fucking baby turtle.
Every baby turtle.
Period.
Needs to be saved. Even the dumb ones that flip over on their back.
Right.
The one-legged ones. The ones that aren't, genetically superior. Oh.
But this is going to be very interesting because you're looking at Obama and the Obamacare, which, by the way, I don't like either. I think we should have health care for the fucking people of
if it
America.
Makes sense.
But in this form, it sucks.
It sucks so bad, as a matter of fact. Again, Congress is exempt from Obamacare. It's part of the actual bill, is that Congress doesn't have to adhere to the Obamacare Affordable Health Act.
Isn't that
rules.
Wonderful?
Why?
Isn't that wonderful?
Wouldn't you think if it's so
they don't
good
even
for
live
the people?
So they don't even live like the people.
No,
they get to keep their jobs under horrible circumstances, like the government shutting down, and they don't have to do the Obamacare if they choose not to.
No.
How does that make sense?
This is a very, very expensive bill.
I agree.
Very expensive.
That's where we're in agreement. But here's the problem. This is Obama's legacy we're talking about.
His baby.
He ain't fucking budging Because when it's all said and done and we move on to other presidents, they're going to look back at Obama, and this is his fucking legacy right here. Right the fuck here, we're looking at his legacy.
Yeah.
So he doesn't want to fuck it up.
No.
He sees he's got those guys by the balls, sort of, so he's not going to fucking budge.
Nope.
Why would he?
Why would he?
Why would he?
Yeah, whoever blinks first is going to be...
Well, I mean, their approval rating, Congress's approval rating, was it really down to 10%?
It's in the
They
shitter.
said it's 10%.
No one has confidence in this, the way the government is working.
Who's the 10%? The family members of Congress?
It probably is.
Who's the idiot that, no, I think they're doing a terrific job.
Those are those hardcore partisan people that just, no matter what the party does, they agree with it and love it. That's it. When the fact of the matter is both sides in this instance are at an impasse because they cannot compromise with each other.
Right.
Obama and the Democrats do not want to do anything with the Affordable Health Care bill, and the Republicans don't want to compromise or budge, and they're not going to sign a budget because they don't like Obamacare. You got to work this out. We got to work this out. Meanwhile, agencies, again, that we need, like the FBI, are going to be shorthanded. Boy, I'll tell you, if you're a terrorist out there and you want to fuck around with the United States, now's the time to do it.
Have fun.
There's no resources in place to really fight on terrorism as much as we have to.
And if we're getting limited government services, we don't have to pay our taxes, right?
No, by the way, I've heard the agencies that will be operating, the Internal Revenue Service will be collecting all taxes.
Of course.
Your mail will get through. Air traffic controllers, your state police, or your federal police will still be on the job.
Of course.
But a lot of your civilian government employees are going to be taking a hike, and your national parks. Don't look for your little trip to the Statue of Liberty today, because the boat ain't leaving.
It ain't leaving.
It ain't leaving. You ain't getting over there. So
today would be the day to go over there. Who would stop you?
No crowds.
But who would stop you?
Stop you? If you're Al Qaeda and you got a fucking explosive belt on, you want to climb in there and blow her head up?
Do they have security at the Statue of Liberty today?
I bet they can't be paid. I bet it's fucking empty. Ellis Island.
Yeah. I want to go to Ellis Island today. How do we get this done?
Swim.
Specken Sie Tag?
No, I'm being
Ellis
completely honest here.
Oh?
Sam.
Yes.
You just got goofy for the radio show.
Get a
I
jet
actually
ski.
want to go to Ellis Island today.
Hans Booby. Hans Booby.
Right.
Yeah, you want to go to Ellis Island today?
If you get a jet ski, you could go over there.
A jet ski?
Yeah.
Yes. That's a Polish jet.
Everyone's talking about how
Fucking hilarious.
wow. I work for the federal government, but I'm on my way to work, but not getting paid. That's gotta suck.
Oh, well, that's good. By the way, Congress is, so no rush there. Healthcare.
Wow, yeah, people are just people have lost confidence in their government, right? In their politicians.
By the way, Affordable Health Care Act implemented today. A lot of the important things today. This means that if you are in that demographic, like 18, 34, you are required by law to get insurance. Now, you might remember as a youngster, you just kind of rolled the dice. You got
to roll the dice.
Odds were you probably weren't going to have a catastrophic illness at that age. You can afford anything anyway.
But to force people, that's unbelievable too.
It is forcing now.
Because I remember when I was in that age group, and from 18 to 34, I barely made any money.
Right.
And I couldn't. I didn't want an extra bill for health insurance. And you get to stay on mommy and daddy's until what?
I think it's 20. What is it now? 20.
I think
25? 24. 28, 26, 25, 24. I'm getting all kinds of numbers.
Probably
it's
depends
26. Mostly 26 coming in.
When we were growing up, same thing?
No.
When we were growing up, what was it?
I think it was fucking like 21. And it depended on...
So from 21 to... No, I have a reason I'm asking. So from 21 to... When did we get health insurance through our jobs? We didn't get it in Boston.
I'm trying to think if we had health insurance in Boston. I think we did. through Zappos Communications.
So safe to say, easily 10 years without health insurance. Oh my God.
I had it in my tin knocking job too. When I was in air conditioning and heating, I had health insurance.
Oh, so you always had health insurance?
I always had it.
Oh no, I went at least 10 years without it. At least.
That's
a quarter of my life, Sam Roberts.
But as a youngster, you're just kind of
quarter.
So now, if you don't have it, you will be fined. And I guess for the first year, it's only like $95.
Right.
So obviously, if you're a youngster, you're going to opt for the $95 fine instead of getting the health insurance. So that's a tax, by the way.
Yeah, they just figured out another revenue stream.
Right. They figured out a way to tax all the young people in America $95.
They're going to make a shitload of money off people not getting the insurance.
Someone's got to pay for it, but it won't raise your taxes one dime.
Nice.
Oh, not your income taxes or anything, but it's a new tax, believe me. And even the Supreme Court dubbed the Obamacare funding a tax. So don't try to say that. It isn't.
It's just ridiculous.
And now also employers are cutting people because full-time employees, now your employer has to insure them. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how, because someone gives you a job, they are now entitled to insure you. Why? I mean, it's nice if they can. That was always a perk of getting a good job. It was called a perk. You'd get a job and be like, what are the benefits? Well, we have a health care program. You're like, oh,
First time I heard that, I'm like, what?
I know, it's great.
How cool is this?
Now the government is telling every employer that they now are legally obligated to insure their employees. Again, if they don't, they must pay a fine. If the fine's cheaper than insuring, they're going to pay the fine.
Right.
Which, again, another tax that goes to the government.
Right.
Also, you take your full-time employees, you cut those shifts in half, you make everybody part-time. Now you're not obligated to insure them, which gives the people less money.
Right.
I don't see this working very well. I mean, it's very nice and noble to want everybody to have affordable health care. But the truth of the matter is, it's very difficult to do in a capitalistic society. We're not socialists. It's not socialized medicine. I think a lot of people are under the misconception that this is free health care. I think a lot of people think that they can now, like Canada or England, go in and have themselves taken care of. No, this is called the affordable health care. I don't know how it's affordable. Nothing. The price of medicine and equipment and everything, that's not changing.
Right.
So how it became affordable, I don't know. I guess through taxes.
You're just getting a lot more people into the system.
Right.
We got to buy stock in the drug companies, man.
You think the drug companies are going to do it?
We should have done it before today, huh?
Yeah.
Damn it.
It's
all ridiculous. And now that the government shut down, they're going to take their time a little bit.
And they're going to subsidize people that can't afford it. There's a government subsidies going in place. So if you qualify, they will pay for your health care because they deem that you have a right to health care and the government will subsidize it. I have a right to, again, gun ownership. I would like the government to subsidize some guns for me. I want some very nice, expensive guns.
Yeah.
It's my right as per the Second Amendment. So I want the government subsidizing that. Can they do that, please? No, thank you.
Boehner, whatever, did this last night.
I talked to the president earlier tonight.
It sounds like a comedy.
I'm not going to negotiate.
A comedian starting.
I'm not going to negotiate. We're not going to do this. Well, I would say to the president, this is not about me. And it's not about Republicans here in Congress. It's about fairness for the American people.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, that's what it's about.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
All right, that's logical. So Obama's the asshole.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Until you listen to Obama.
Right, and then Boehner's the asshole.
And Boehner and the Republicans are the asshole.
Now Harry Reid's the asshole. Fuck.
Oh, wait a minute.
I can't make my own decision.
Here's the best part. They're not even talking to each other. Like, that fucking Carney, by the way. If there's any kind of revolution, Carney should be the first one to be in the stocks in the middle of the town square, having fucking vegetables thrown at his face.
Sure.
This motherfucker is supposed to be the spokesperson for the president and the White House. He comes out in front of the media and does nothing but deflect every fucking question that's asked of him. And believe me, I know that's every single press secretary. It's every single one of them. I understand this. It happened under Bush. I get it. But when it's now and this guy's in, I can only, judge him. He's infuriating to watch when they ask him a simple question and he just will not answer it. That's not what the American people asked for. We want an accountability as to what the White House is doing on a daily basis. And this fuck comes out with his mysterious Iraq vagaries.
He must be wonderful with the text message.
Oh, boy. Hey. You hear what happened at the White House?
What?
What? Oh,
well, I'm going to tell you in about another 10 text messages.
Yeah, where are you? He is
It's got to be
terrible.
So frustrating to work in Washington where nothing gets done on a regular basis.
He was being asked yesterday, why hasn't the president gone to the Hill and discussed this?
That's a good question.
And done that. He wouldn't answer it. Well, and he said something like, I haven't seen anything on the president's schedule that tells me he's not going. That isn't what was asked of you. It's why hasn't he gone to the Hill to discuss this, sit down like the leader, and fucking make this work?
The whole situation is crazy.
Very difficult situation.